But had fun with FTL yesterday. We're gonna do some more. Let's see, drain disabled. Yes, drain disabled. Wait, what is this? I want to continue. What's happening? No, we want drain enabled. Oh, did they change this setting? There was not a setting for that previously. Okay. I think they may have added a setting for turning on and off oxygen drain. Or if that was there last time, I missed it. That's cool. Alright. But yeah, we'll be doing more multiverse on Friday. What's the Monster Train game? That is a deck building game. If you want to see some of that, my YouTube's got a ton of Monster Train videos. This is the game that's kind of replacing Monster Train on our schedule currently, because I kind of finished the Monster Train content. I'm pretty sure we didn't unlock anything else here. Yeah, I don't have any tokens to spend anyway, so... demo charges. I haven't unlocked these. I unlocked those at 11. Suit 8. What's the next thing we unlock? 7. We get a range upgrade of that. 6 I get more max tethers, 15 instead of 5. Okay, that's the next good thing. Cool. But Monster Train is a great game if you're interested in deck builder games like Slay the Spires, the closest thing I would compare it to. All right, let's do a small ship to warm up today here. That's kind of the largest one. Let's do a warm up on one of like these guys, the Debonair Goddard Mark 9. Just you know, warm up salvage. Get us into the scrapping mode, man. Get us into scrap mode. Yeah, I have a playlist for my Monster Train playthroughs on YouTube. It's a great game. I love that game. If I hadn't finished the content that's kind of currently available, I'd probably still be playing it.
Morning there, Cutter.
Morning, Rook. Oh, forgot to give you a pretty hot tip. You know
Hot tip?
all the supplies you can buy at the kiosk? You know, O2, patch kits, fuel, that kind of thing? You can actually scrounge a lot of that stuff for free from the ships.
Come on, Lou. You know that's against regs.
It's not a big deal.
I wanted to see if I can change controls. I don't like space. I don't like Q and E being my stop. Is there anything that's spacebar? Scanner ascend. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna change that to does T do anything? 'Cause I want where's brake? Oh, control brakes. Okay. Just I wanted to do brake as spacebar. Yes, and then I'm going to change this to like T. Where else is T? I don't see T on anything else. So I'm gonna go with that. So does that mean I can now?
It's also not safe. Nor sanitary.
Come on, what?
You know how long that stuff's been floating around and all that grime and dust?
Let's see. V?
There's space-grade field weaver.
Probably well past their expiry date.
Okay, well, it's not like corporate around here cares too much about our well-being, does it?
Look, Lou, I need you to try to follow the rules now. You hear?
Yeah, sure thing, boss. Catch you later, Rook. Lou,
Alright,
out.
I think I'm gonna like having
I encourage you not to huff any old oxygen, can you?
huff any old oxygen, you know?
But if you do, please just monitor your vitals after. And for God's sakes, don't eat anything you find.
Don't eat anything. Alright, I'll do my best not to eat the food I find on these old things there. Hey, what's up, Pie Boy? You know why this game reminds you of Infinifactory? What's up, Vega? Infinifactory, huh?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Oh, wait. Ascend was going up, wasn't it? Okay, I need to change that back. Dang, I need a different... I need a different button for brake. I do not like Q and E being my brake. So let me go back to reset to default. Customize, reset to defaults. And so I guess I just need to learn to use control for brake. Let's see if control does the same thing. It does. Okay, so I just need to use control for brake. That's what I need to do. What's up, Pibo? How you doing? What's up, Shogi? Good to see you, my friends. We're cutting some stuff. Or they call me Cutter. They call me Cutter. Sounds like a very I don't know, country type of job right there. Oh. My piece just came off. Come on, grab it. Come on, Cutter. Dare I ask how many times I've died, since apparently that's common in this game. Only once, I think. I've only died once. Pretty sure it's only been once, you know. Sometimes you lose track. Sometimes you lose track in games like this. Such chill music in this game, too. We're just, you know, we're just hanging out on the bayou. Listening to some good old banjo music while doing our cutter job. Because they call me Cutter McGavin. Shooter McGavin, Cutter McGavin. Shooter when I'm playing golf, Cutter when I'm salvaging my wrecks. Oops. Bring you there. You like the music in this game? Yeah, it's great.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit.
Okay. Might just have to try to go for 100% salvage one time today. See if I can get every little tiny piece, including all the lights and everything in the right place. I haven't done that yet, I don't think.
Valuable objects processed. Credits awarded.
Why do we sometimes throw stuff down? There's 3 different places you put stuff. The barge down there, the processor, and the furnace. Depends on the materials, what goes where. See, this says barge in the middle. You see that green barge? That means it goes down there. It goes down there because that's where it's supposed to go, baby.
Credits deposited.
For sure, Shooter and his brother Cutter McGavin actually like Bob Barker. I hate that Bob Barker. Oh, Happy Gilmore. Processor over there. Okay. And is this a piece in here? Are you locked in there?
Valuable objects
Huh.
processed. Credits awarded.
Control. Okay, I can't pull this guy out. He must be locked into place there, so I need to get in here to get that. How do I... Is there another way I can get in? I think I saw a side entrance over here. I better go get O2 first, though. One does... Ow!
Helmet damage detected.
Ouch!
Always use Lynx branded repair kits to avoid invalidating your board.
Okay. Well, that's the first time I've taken damage from going too fast.
Note that excess carbon dioxide.
Alright, did that fix my suit that I just broke? I'm not sure if it did. The stuff that can be reused as barge, stuff that can be taken apart as processed, stuff that has materials furnace. Something like that, yeah, I think so. Basically, if the material is aluminum, it goes in the furnace. If it's some sort of this nanocarbon, it goes in the processor. And the barge is, I guess, stuff that they can't actually reuse or something. So, yeah, that sounds about right, what you said. Okay, so... Let me see here. There's this... What is this? Thruster. Okay, this is a thruster. How do I think I actually need to detach this entire piece. Okay, what's the... Is it T? That wants to go on the barge. This wants to go on the processor. How am I gonna break that? Thruster ejection switch. Okay, okay. Let me try that. How do I do that? Activate. Did that just let that go? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So I meant to push that lightly out. I should have gone back around. I just blew up that thruster. Well, we're not 100% in this one. Oh, yikes. Okay. Well, I now learned, don't press F while looking at a thruster you've just released, because your face explodes. Just a $150,000 mistake, no big deal. Oh, God. All right, that was not what I meant to do. Okay. I wanted to very lightly push that, and that is not what I just did. So that was definitely a mistake. Can I reel you in here? There we go. Ow. Everybody does that? Okay. Well,
Object accepted for processing.
apparently there are no light tappy taps when you're using your F button, I guess. Okay, well, this is a warm-up one, so I warmed up by blowing my face off. Yeah, it blew up. It blew up the second I, if I'd pushed it out, straight out, maybe it would have been okay, but that was still probably not the right way to do that. Oh, a repair kit. I can just pick this up. Okay, so I collect. Collect. What is happening here? Is there a... Oh, there is a reactor here. Okay, I have to pull this out. Imminent. There. Ow.
Electrical damage. Note that
Did that melt down, or there's some... We're fine. Everything's fine. No big deal. Ooh, an O2 canister. I would love to pick this up. Does this fill this up completely? Nice. Okay.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
Okay. I just bonked myself, you know, just bonked myself with a high energy reactor, no big deal. On the plus side, that piece comes out really easy now. Wait till you accidentally split saw a fuel javelin's tank. Oh, God. I can pick this up. How do I pick it up? Okay, that fills up my fuel. Cool. All right, we're starting to pick up some of the free stuff, man. Like finding free fuel in FTL. Okay, what do we got? Is this all processor? Looks like this is all processor. I feel like I saw a little bit of aluminum in there, but... that should be good. Is it possible to accidentally explode the entire ship? God. Well, probably depends on the ship. I would guess probably not, but I don't know. Can't wait till I have to deal with decompressing ships. Oh, great. Thing with reactors is make sure you have a clear path to the bars. They start melting down the minute you pull them out of their socket. Yeah. Alright, I'm not going to worry about lights since I've already blown up a big old chunk of the ship. Let's go start cutting pieces off here. Cutting all these connector boys. Nice warm-up ship on the day that I completely blasted the... What was it? It was a thruster, I think I blasted. Look for connector pieces. Yeah, just cut that open there. Okay, with all of that, okay, we got a couple more pieces to cut here. Whoops, what's down? C. Okay. Get all the connectors. I feel like we got most of them. Oh, nope, there's some over here. Reactor explosion on this ship will shatter at least 50% of it. Reactor is the single most valuable component on each ship. The Mark 1 reactors are 500k. Okay. Well, thank goodness at least I didn't blow up the reactor. I only shocked myself with it. So I think I got the reactor. And that's what gave us the... that's what put us over the mark or the first checkpoint or whatever. Okay, there we go. Now things are starting to come apart here. Any other connectors I missed? I think I got them all. Yeah. Let's see here. This is furnace, huh? This is aluminum? This looks like, okay. Okay. Just tether it. There. That is processor. I'm hoping, yeah, we should get certification 6 from this. Oh god, that's not disconnected. Okay, there it is. Because I will be able to get 10 more tethers. Oh, okay, we got these little furnace things out of here. We need to get those guys. Okay, don't bang on the edge there. Don't bang on it. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay. There. We are meant to have some storms and rain tomorrow and all weekend, and you love it, huh? Okay, that looks good. Yeah, we had some pretty heavy rain the other day. I like rain too. A good reason to stay inside and play video games, like I needed another reason. But also, oops, relaxing. It's great for napping and sleeping. Hello. Okay, alright, we'll cut through those two, it's fine.
Your oxygen reserves are dropping below.
I feel like I saw another O2 thing in there. Let me see if there is one in here. That is thruster fuel, thruster fuel, thruster fuel. We got fuel, but no oxygen. Okay. Oh, God. I need better brakes. Or just not to pick up quite so much speed when I use that tether pulling thing. Fuel tanks can take a little scraping, but if you bonk them, they'll start leaking too much bonk and they explode. Cool. Oxygen and tethers.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
You didn't have rain for 2.5 weeks now. All the vegetables need water now. Water sucks. You wish O2 canisters to shift were more common, especially early game. Yeah. That would definitely be nice. All right, well, I've already disconnected this side of the ship. All right, we want these panels to come off, so I need to get the rest of these little connectors in here separated. You gotta keep it separated. Oh god. Oh god, I just cut up. Damn it! And there's the problem with using this cutter in this form. That's the first time I've just cut open the airlock there. Wow. Well, GG. Can I push that out? Yes, I can. Okay. Well, alright. Good thing we're just doing this as a warm-up one, because I am making all sorts of goofy mistakes here. You gotta be precise with your cuts, Cutter. So this is now just furnace, because I screwed that up. Whoops.
Credits deposited.
Yeah. Can that move? Okay, that's all processor, except the light in there, but I'm not going for 100% on this guy. I've already completely screwed that up multiple ways. This guy's processor, except that little light, but I'm not going to care about that light.
Processing valuable object.
After all this heat, you'll be outside in the rain for a bit. Nice. Okay, let's see here. So
Material processed.
I need to
Deposited.
have these guys next. Let's try to not destroy everything this time. And we don't have an airlock to mess with this time, so. Huh. Is this showing me I should cut there? Interesting. I think maybe it is showing me that. Oh, what do we got here? Got a power cell. Okay, and this stuff should be good.
Deposit accepted. Credits
Go right in the processor, I believe. To the processor you go. You technically finished Darkest Dungeon the other day too? Technically, the best type of finishing. I mean, what?
Valuable object processed.
Is that the first time you've beat Darkest Dungeon? Or what? Did you stream that or what, my boy? You should still be able to get third milestone even without lights. Probably want to cut the doors out though. They're worth saving and you're tied on reaching salvage goal. I am, you're right actually. With all the screw-ups I've had, so I should cut out these doors, you're saying. So in order to do that, I probably need to do this. He did it offline. Well, congrats on your first Darkest Dungeon win, I should say. That is one trolley arse game to get your first win in. I think I have to do these little sections. Get the door out here. One last piece here. I only want this part right there. There we go. There we go. Give me that door. Quick way to get doors, just slice right through the middle of the door. They'll just float out with one cut that way. They don't need to be taken whole. Oh, really? Okay, well, if there's another door, maybe I'll try that. Just slice right in the middle of them. Is that, rather... Is there another door I can try that with? I don't think there was another door. I'll have to give that a... try with another one.
Material deposited.
Okay, let's finish this back part here. This processor.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low. Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
So I need to get all the inner stuff out of here.
Rewards increasing.
Pick this up. Alright, better go get oxygen. Alright, I'll have to try to cut. If you cut them right in the middle, that doesn't. I mean, I guess you get the. I guess what you're saying is you do the 4 main cuts and then right in the middle rather than...
Oxygen reserves are critical. Please contact your plan administrator.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how you're saying to do it.
coverage.
You used to have to get doors the way I did it. They changed them so they're salvaged per kilogram now. Oh, okay. So what I did was the way you used to have to do it, but if I just cut it down the middle, they just come out now? Okay, is this all furnace stuff in here? There's some lights on there. Oh, there, we got a... Man, I wonder if I need to do lights. You know what? I better do all the lights if I want to get the 3rd level here. These are tiny amounts, but we're getting really close to not getting our 3rd milestone here. Like right at the edge, so I'm gonna have to do this like perfectly, it looks like. I want to get that milestone so I can hit level 6. I think I'll be able to hit level 6 even without it, but just to be on the safe side. What is this? It's not telling me anything for this. Is this bugged? This one looks bugged. Equipment mounts, I think, are bugged, somebody said last time. What's up, Zoli? How high is the cloning counter? So far, we haven't had to clone ourselves, thankfully. Either cut them along the point the 2 halves of the door meet, or in any other way that cuts through the door and they just pop out. Okay, cool. Okay, how many more lights? Do we get all the lights? The furnace. I think pretty much all this is now furnace stuff. Equipment mount is no value. Okay. Cut across the door. It feels wrong to do it, but it works. Okay. Alright, so is this all furnace? I think this entire thing is now furnace. We got all the lights. Let's go ahead and do that. No cloning, you're genuinely impressed. Okay. Alright, looks like that's all furnace. Oh, there's lights. Let me do Y. I can cancel that. Maybe get these in time. Can I get the last light before it goes in? I got it! Ha ha ha! There you go. You know, we live dangerously around here. Might have a door hiding inside the interlock. You can see it with a T.
Deposit accepted.
I don't think I see a door in there, but maybe you're right. I don't know if that one light would have made us miss our 3rd milestone, but I'd like to hit all the milestones. We got lights in here I need to be careful of. If it's open, the door gets hidden by the aluminum panel. Okay. Oh, the door is like retracted or something? Okay.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Looks like no door in the cockpit. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Punch this out a little bit. Alright, this looks like all processor, I believe. Send it that way. Anything on the outside that I missed? I think that looks good. Same on this guy, I think. Hopefully I've detached all that.
Valuable object processed. Credit
That looks
rewarded.
good. Yeah, we got the light out of there. Cool. Alright. Alright, we got some inner pieces to cut out here, I think. I start grabbing all these inner parts. I need to be very careful not to bust out any of this. How do I get this back part off? Is there a... Oh. Is this the one where these have these little bars in here. Yeah. So I have been like burning out these connector bars. Is that going to cost me? It doesn't look like that goes in the red when I do that. It's furnace piece, but I don't think those little connector bars cost me anything to do that.
Oxygen reserves are low.
I did blow up a thruster, yes.
Can lead to missed salvage quotas.
I actually did. T? No, what's the light? It is 5. My first thruster I found, and I blew it up. Costs a little bit, not much. I don't think it'll be too much that'll cost me the third what's it called? A milestone, but we'll see. We're like really close to even hitting that milestone.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Structural aluminum is a very minor loss. Cool. We do want to get the window. We know the window glass is worth something. Okay, so I think I got those 2 sides, so I need to do this one right here. Oh, I didn't heat that up enough. Okay. I feel like this is the best way to disconnect these processor pieces. Light is not doing me much good. There we go. Okay, so that should split off some pieces here. Alright, what do we got? This is... Oh, that's the whole back piece that just came off. Alright, what's inside of here? Alright, now we can pull stuff. Nope, nope. Come back here. Come back here. There's some valuable equipment in there. No, I hit F! Damn it! I hit F, and I meant to right-click. Okay, well, I can't get any more. I can't get my 3rd milestone. Jesus. God damn it. Why does F and right-click have to be so close together? It's not close together. I've just... This game has pretty complicated controls, I will say. Like, there's a lot of little stuff you have to do, and I am still not proficient in the controls. Honestly, I would say this game could use some streamlining of the controls. Like, it feels a little bit not great control-wise. It's effing right-click. I know. Thank you. Thank you. I don't care about the lights anymore. Your dogs are barking to go for a walk, though, so you'll have to find out how it went after. All right, factoid. I was just gonna chunk the rest of this somewhere, but I'm like, it's still worth the money to not just blast everything into the processor or whatever. I don't even know if I threw everything into one area. I wonder what would get you the most if it's just chuck everything into processor, into the furnace, or the large. I would guess it'd probably be the processor, but I don't know. I think this is basically all furnace stuff now, so. Ugh. Alright, again, this is only warm-up, so I'm screwing up, but it's just a warm-up. It's fine. Fine, just a warm-up. This is all processor except for the window. Let's get practice chopping the window. Maybe I need to actually play with controller. Controller might actually be better for a game like this. And actually, maybe what I might actually try to swap over to controller after this one, maybe to give it a try. Yeah, that looks like that's already cut. Anybody here played this game on controller and can say yes or no, you like it better? Alright, so I think this is basically all...
Material deposited.
Oh. Furnace into there. Processor. Oh, there are some chunks over here I should grab though. Okay, processor.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Processed. You don't even use controller for Rocket League? You think you're allergic to controller games?
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Alright, that looks good. Call that good. You play keyboard and mouse, but you're a lefty when it comes to computer usage, so you had to rebind all the controls. Yeah. Alright, we did not get the third milestone because of a couple stupid plays, but hey, we're still learning. Got 2.1 million, but less tokens than we should have. Did we level up to 6? Alright, at least we got level 6. That's what I really wanted.
License upgraded.
I really just wanted to get that rank 6. That gave us more a higher max number of what are they called? Tethers. Reminder to read the messages in game. Okay. Major milestones. Gaining access to the number 1 cause of death, pressurization. Okay. Some ships you encounter may or may not be pressurized. Breaching these spaces incorrectly can cause an explosive decompression, cause damage to valuable salvage. To depressurize properly, Lynx advises the use of the standardized atmosphere regulators located throughout a ship. Lynx prohibits shipbreakers intentionally using explosive decompression to enact rapid salvage. Reminder that your activity while in the salvage bay is monitored. Some ships may come with damaged atmosphere regulators, which doesn't allow for an authorized and safe decompression procedure. Okay. What's up, Plunderpig? How are you doing, sir? Unread message. Okay. New sticker. Great. What do we got here? Cancel the debt. One of the most prevalent issues regarding workers' rights among shipbreakers is the fight to cancel the debt. It's the belief of this union that no shipbreaker deserves to be in debt to the company for the privilege of doing the hard work we do. We're a key part of the foundation. Our work removes the masses of outdated ships, transforms them into resources. It's time that we be recognized as invaluable components. We deserve the rights, recognition, dignity, and respect our profession demands. Includes not trapping us in an inescapable cycle of debt. We deserve to hold the power and value of our own work. Cancel the debt. Cool. All right. So equipment upgrades. I have 117 tokens. I want more max tethers. I need 500 tokens for that. What, really? Dang, okay. That's the only upgrade we have unlocked, but I need more. How do you get more of those tokens? Do I just get to the milestones better, I guess? You had a disastrous presentation yesterday. You're recovering from it. Oh, yikes. Yikes. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. All right, well, let's do... What's the biggest one? We want to make some... Doesn't like show how many tokens we can get or anything. The tokens by hitting milestones, you get the most from the last milestone. So missing that last milestone is what screwed me over there. All right, let's go for this largest one here. What was it, the javelin that we had one of last time, and we haven't got another one of those yet. So I missed my milestone and missed my tokens. If I'd gotten that, maybe we'd have the tokens for the extra max tethers. Okay. Now let's not screw this one up. Maybe we could try to 100% this one. I don't know. I don't know. Is it even possible to 100%? I'm guessing it probably is. But you gotta probably be really, really, really careful with cuts and stuff.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay. Like all those little tiny bits and pieces. Dude, did I just break something already? What did I break? Was that piece? Oh my god, I broke this piece, didn't I? I bumped it, and it's now a furnace piece. Well, we've already messed up. Jesus. God, this is so finicky, man.
Material processed. Credits deposited.
God. Apparently, these antennas are made out of, I don't know, what's the weakest substance known to man? Air? I don't even know. Jeez. Made out of frickin' tissue paper or something. Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna be floating this, antenna through space. Let's make it out of frickin' tissue paper. It's aerogel, yeah. Mercury. Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay, apparently that's heavy, or is it still attached? It's still attached, that's what it is. Hit the pause when we start a ship, we'll show you the tokens beginning each milestone, okay. Okay. Man, I've already failed pretty heavily right from the beginning. Sucks.
Object accepted for processing. Credits.
Well, I'm never gonna 100% any of these things, I swear. Where's the connector on this guy? That's a barge piece? Is there no... you know what? I bet you there's a switch on the inside that releases that instead of an actual connector to cut. I've seen a couple of those now. Okay. Alright, let's see if this guy... Was this the thruster that I messed up last time? Okay, yeah, so that one does not move. So I had to get in from a different side and hit a release to get that last time. So I'll try to do that.
Credits awarded.
To do that correctly here. Got that one nice. A double cut. Alright, there's any pieces on there. Looks good.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
This is processor.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
There's a guy on Path of Exile's Reddit where he wants more character slots for his account, but gets this. He has 255, 240-ish, are level 100. Wow! That is a lot of Path of Exile. I've actually been looking at some Path of Exile stuff the last night a bit too with all the announcements they made. Okay, here's the way in right here. There's a new skill called Blade Trap that I'm a little excited about.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Okay. Nope, this. Nope. This. I want to not mess up any thrusters or whatchamacallits. What's the other thing? Power supplies or whatever. Okay, there's a door in the way back here. Okay. Okay. And there's just a lot of junk in here. Was that an oxygen thing? It's thruster fuel. Actually, let's take that. Is there any O2 in here? Okay, this top came off. That's pretty useful. Bump this.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
Okay, I need O2. This guy, processor.
Salvage
Let's get
secured.
oxygen
Credits
and
deposited.
tethers. All the kids are crying over the nerfs.
Valuable object. Credits
Yeah,
deposited.
they nerfed so many of the support gems.
Welcome to Vindatron 9000. Thank you for
Oxygen levels.
As I was looking at it, it looks like this trap stuff I like to play was not nerfed, or at least nerfed only a small amount, and maybe buffed in a lot of cases. So I'm like, yeah, y'all get to actually have some trap builds come out that'll be pretty OP. If you played here and there, might try to get maps this time around. Crit arc assassin or thing, because you hate aiming everything. Don't shoot off the parts. I'm gonna try not to. All right, so how do I release this? There's the wall in the way over here. I need to figure out how to disconnect this thing here. How do I disconnect this? Can I get the door? Okay, this door just comes off. Okay, there we go. This lets us get in there, I think. Okay.
Valuable
Right.
object processed. Credits deposited.
Computer terminal. Okay, there's that thing. This is the release mechanism right here. Thruster ejection switch. This time we don't push the thing, we go back outside. Go back outside and we yoink it. The goal is to yoink. So, see if we can yoinkage this thing without breaking it. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. There it is. GG. Our, yeah, there's a big old chunk right there.
Salvage secured. Account
Beautiful.
credit
Alright,
applied.
so I now need to cut some pieces out of here. That's what we were meant to do last time. Okay, that part just flew out there. I should get the back of the ship moving out, I think. Okay, I don't have to do that. All right, is this piece all separated out? Because I think this is all processor stuff right here. That whole chunk, I think, is free. I think this piece has the reactor on it, maybe? Yes, it does. Okay. So we need to have a clear view. I'm going to be very careful and pull this towards us here.
Cutter. Your equipment durability is dropping. Keep an eye on it. You don't want to be dangling in the wind with busted tools.
Durability.
If it happens, head on back to the hab and use a repair kit to fix them up.
Thought I did that once already. Unpressurized, it says.
Credits transferred.
Did I really... What's going on? Am I losing oxygen or something?
Object accepted for processing.
Unpressurized. Oh, there were... Actually, I think there are repair kits in here. Maybe I can just use one of those. Let's see. Did I see something like that? I think I did. Is this a repair kit? Yeah. There we go. Why buy one when you can get one for free? Okay, cool. Still haven't figured out how to detach that thing. The yoinking, that's right. You've had one of those thrusters rupture and light you on fire. Always fun trying to put a spinning, burning thruster in the barge while also on fire yourself. Nice. Okay, that's processor. Everything here is processor, right? It's all processor. So this entire thing I should be able to yoink. If I can clear a space for it. Okay, I think what I can do is pull this up this direction. That should work. Just to clear it from the rest of the ship. Turn here. And then disconnect that tether. And then do that. Oh, processor stuff, right. Oh! Okay, let me Y. Okay, I have to... What is this? There, okay. That's the first time I've had to do that. Okay.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay. Whew, glad I caught that. We're seeing all sorts of new stuff here.
Reminder, asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage.
Okay, that all looks like processor stuff then. Okay, I think now we're good to do that. Okay, cool. We'll get O2. What's up, Logitechno? How are you doing, my friend? You'll be able to use repair kits on your tools back in the hab. It's part of the upgrade section. Okay. I did see my tools had a % sign next to them, and I was like, I wasn't quite sure what that was. But I have to do that in the hab, you say? Yeah, I see 74% underneath my tethers thing.
Welcome to Vintage Rockline Townsend.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Okay, we'll just get the
Tethers
tethers,
restored.
not care about the money. Okay.
Valuable object
Still haven't figured out how to separate these guys off yet. Is there... Ooh, maybe there's a switch on the side here. Door console. Oh, whoops. Oh, I wonder if I was supposed to hit F on that to unlock something. Okay, so can't do that. So this was where you said if I just do this... B... I can now get the door pieces? Okay. Cool. And that doesn't cost me anything, don't think.
valuable
Yeah, the door
object
piece
processed.
go.
Credits deposited.
Okay, cool. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I
Salvage
did blow up
deposit
one thing, not good today, but otherwise I'm great. Okay, there is a canister and there's a... Yeah, there's a couple cool stuff there. Cool things there. There's auctions, so I'm gonna... I want to figure out how to get this thing separated. Is there a
Salvage
little
secured. Credits deposited.
piece in here I need to cut off? How do I... T... Ah, there they are. Okay, I see the little connectors there, I think. B. I don't know if that's going to let me get this thruster piece or not. There we go. Hey! Is this all barge? It looks like that is all barge all the time, I think. Cool. Awesome. Alright. I guess there's a similar thing in here. Oops.
Salvage deposit accepted.
Cut point. Yeah.
Credits transferred.
Wonder if a light will let me see that a little bit better. Perfect. Alright, you're all barge all the time. Okay, I got a little power cell here. And I'm not going to worry about the lights because I screwed up that thing earlier, so... the antenna I bumped into at 0 miles per hour, and that broke the entire thing. Turn this so I don't split the airlock again like I did last time. Tend to get pre-repair kits from hitting the 3rd milestone as well. If you pause while working, you can see the milestone rewards. Pause while working. Milestone rewards. Ah! Repair kit. And 225 tokens. Okay. I need 500, or I needed about 400. I think this is going to not quite give me enough to get the 15 tether upgrade, sadly. They make you work hard for your upgrades, that's for sure. Lynx Corporation. They make you work for it. Alright, did that separate all this off here? Let me check. If I do this, nice. I said I'm not going for the lights, and then I immediately just do it. I just do it. Processed.
Secured. Credits deposited.
Well, that was not what that was supposed to do.
Caution. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
You saw the outro video I made yesterday. Really cool stuff. Just wondering if I've ever heard of a YouTuber named Smooth McGroove. Yes. Yes, I love Smooth McGroove. I play some of his stuff as intro music sometimes. And I've thought about doing his style of stuff with FTL, and I've actually downloaded some
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
sheet music of FTL. It would be pretty challenging, but it is a project I've actually considered and put a little bit of thinking time into, but haven't actually put in the recording time, because that would be a pretty... what Smooth McGroove and a lot of those FTL, a lot of those YouTube musicians do is more complicated than people think sometimes, so I'm not going to care about those pieces. So it would definitely take some work, but I have thought about it and I might actually do that at some point. A lucky guess that I've done stuff like that. Okay, this is all separated. Okay. O2 is low, but I got O2 inside the ship, so I'm gonna go grab that. Is that the O2? There it is.
Processing valuable object.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, I'm a big Smooth McGrew fan. Another YouTube music channel that I love, that I play at least one song every day on my intro, is called Orchestral Fantasy. He's a guy that does real instrument versions of old school RPG games like Final Fantasy, Secret of Mana, like a bunch of those old style, old school RPG games. He does real instrument versions of them, and I love those. I actually did contact that guy at one time about trying to like collab something, but nothing really came of that because I didn't follow up on it. But big fan of his stuff too. Okay, cool. Okay, got one tether left. Is that my last tether?
Secured.
Damn.
Credits deposited.
I guess I gotta go back just for tethers then. Lost your first hard mode. Your flax kept missing a mantis ship with 2 missiles and a burst laser. Ship with 2 missiles, man. Ship with 2 missiles. 2 missiles. The bane of every hard mode player's existence, pretty much. Okay, there's probably a light on the inside there.
deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, I'm gonna miss that light. Don't care.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage secured.
Right, sometimes I swear these tether lines just stop working, and I don't know why. Why is it doing that? Can I cancel it by pressing Y? I can. Are those just buggy or something? I don't know why it does that sometimes. No lights in there. Cool.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Alright, what do we got? This is processor. This is all a big processor piece. Looks like, yeah. This one I will not use a tether on because I think it's light enough. I just do this. Should be good. Hey, we got another poster. My favorite. Okay, a med kit. I think I'm full health, but I might as well grab it, right? Okay. This all separated. I don't know if these pieces are separated here. Nah, they're not. B.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Unpressurized. Did I just mess something up? What'd I just do? Do I also listen to opera for like enjoyment, or do I actually prefer like radio and play stuff? What's the best music era, right, and the important stuff? Rarely do I listen to opera for fun, because I do classical type stuff as part of my job a lot of the times. Occasionally, I'll do a little bit of classical listening, but I listen to like indie pop and the genre of stuff I listened to in high school is like alternative stuff. There's a radio station in Dallas that plays a lot of indie pop is probably my favorite genre, if I'm gonna be honest about what I listen to for fun. And this little doorway is not easy to work with. I guess I need to do it this way. If I get the floor off, that would be helpful. Feathers have a set time before they auto disconnect. You can buy upgrades for that. They also don't last as long as they are red. Okay.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Alright. Push that out a bit here. There.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
There. Okay, where did my ship go? I'm all turned around over here. Okay. Now we'll be able to get stuff directly to the barge. Let's go get O2 and tethers first. You would have pegged me for a hair metal lover? Some of my best friends in high school were. My best friend Travis loved Metallica and whatever else. I don't know if that's hair metal or what, but he loved that kind of stuff.
Welcome to Vindatron 9000. Thank you.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Like 80s bands? Oh. But like Journey and stuff? I don't dislike that stuff, but it's not like my favorite. I was in high school in the 90s, so the stuff on the radio in the 90s that does not include boy bands is kind of my stuff of choice. You know, like Oasis was big, Third Eye Blind, that kind of alternative rock type stuff. If you remember those were things I listened to in high school that are. I don't really listen to them a lot now because I do like to listen to like modern stuff.
Credits deposited.
But I have a soft spot for that style of music. Probably most people have a soft spot for the kind of music they listen to in high school, I would guess.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay. This is pretty cool, all these little pieces in this ship. Okay, we have all these.
Secured. Account credit applied.
Does this want to move? Does not want to move. Okay. A lot of furnace junk in there. Collective soul, fuel, yeah, yeah.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Kiss from a rose on the grave. Why's my guy breathing like this?
Account credit applied.
Stop breathing like you're gonna die. You're not gonna die, sir. Oh, I'm on fire. This is on fire for some reason. Get in the furnace. My guy's friggin' out. And this is on hell. I don't know how food and water was electrified and on fire. I don't understand that, but okay. Yes, I am the janitor. I am the janitor.
Credits transferred.
Clean up after all these college kids' parties, man. That's what I do. Okay, I better just do this, not to take a chance to burn up this food stuff that's gonna make my guy go crazy and hyperventilate again. You're acting like you're in some scary, dangerous job where you're floating in space and using highly dangerous equipment. I don't get what you're so scared about all the time. Don't be so stressed out all the time, sir. Okay. I gotta stress out all the time. Okay. Brings new meaning to flaming hot Cheetos. What's your favorite flavor of Cheetos? Do you have the kind that are on fire in space? Those are my favorite kind. What the hell are you talking about? You don't have those? God, it's the latest flavor. I love them. Flaming hot space Cheetos. Get them. Check your local supplier. Flaming hot space Cheetos. They're the new hotness. They're so hot right now, just like that damn Hansel. Disconnected. I'm still connected somehow.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Computer. Data drive.
Credits deposited.
Corrupted device data transmitted to hab. I wonder what that does. Oops.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
You like the flavor that set Rock Crew on fire? That's your favorite, huh? Okay, nice. Okay, don't hit F when I want to rope it in. Rope it in.
Salvage
Guess I'll
secured.
grab this.
Account credit
I
applied.
don't think I need it. Oh, that could repair my gear. That would be nice. Okay, we've still got some connector pieces going on here. Not quite sure what's connecting, but alright, get all these bags of chips and drinks and stuff. Okay, there's lights on here, otherwise the part's pretty much stripped. I wonder if I need to cut this off.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
T. Yeah, I think if I actually do this, actually that'll disconnect these guys, maybe. All right.
Salvage destroyed. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Okay. There's just a bit of aluminum, no big deal. I like how they just Like, no more creative stuff. Just don't do that. No, that's a bad employee.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are critical.
All right. Sorry. Sorry, Mom.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
I saved goal 3 on the last one. No, I didn't. I exploded something else or something. I think there's a computer piece or something I messed up. I think if I just do this. This will separate that. Okay, so that's good there. Go down. Oh. There, that should separate that. Same thing right here. I forget what I did last time. Hey, Wild Super Bob for 4 months. What's up, my friend? Thank you for the 4 months. You're awesome. I'm pretty sure this is all furnace. I mean, there's a bunch of lights on here. I don't care. I don't care about the lights. Those little tiny lights are not worth my time. You're not worth my time, lights. Don't you want to see your name in lights? Want to be famous, Rand? No.
Material deposited.
Hope I'm having a good day. You've been having a lurk more than usual last month because of work? No problem, my friend. Work sucks. Work sucks. Well, my work doesn't suck too much, but every work's got that crappy stuff. So I hope it gets better for you, my friend. Those computers are overly fragile. You can bang your smartphone more than these space age cockpit computers. No kidding. Okay, I need to figure out how to disconnect these guys. This little piece here. Whoa, what's that button do? Okay. Oh, that's a new mode. TV. Wow, I don't quite understand what that's doing, but okay. Alright, how do I disconnect all this? Oh, that's actually just disconnected already. Okay. Gonna bump into that. Okay, so this is all disconnected. For some reason I thought it wasn't. Is that a thing? Yes, that's a thing. Atmosphere regulator. Okay. Everything else looks good. Equipment mount is bugged. It's all furnace, right? Yeah. This is processor.
Caution. Tether supplies running low.
That's all connected still. No fame allowed here. That's right. So you got your pre-ignited double glaive stealth bee with Zoltan shield. To buy pre-ignited, had to jump back to the store and dive 3 times, but it was worth it. Nice. Congrats, Voncho. That's awesome. That is a milestone in your FTL career. Alright, so... Alright, let's start pulling the important pieces out of here. Double glaive and Zoltan shield? That's crazy. What sector did you reach that in? Wow, you even had Zoltan shield to go with yours? I don't think I had Zoltan shield on my double glaive beam. Either of my... I think I've done that twice now.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Pre-ignited. I don't know if I had Zoltan shield on those runs though. That's probably still my most the hell? Why is that doing that? Why? I did not use a tether. I didn't even press that button. Still probably my most popular video on YouTube is the double glaive beam pre-ignited. That's on easy mode, so it doesn't even count. Doesn't even count to most people. Count to some people.
Account credit applied.
If I had to do it a second time in hard difficulty so that silence the haters. Didn't do it in hard mode, no pause? God, not even that good. You reached 1K hours in FTL last week, by the way. Nice. All right. Is that a congratulations or I'm sorry? How have you survived the assault for that long? Hey, all right, we hit 3, so do I care about all this extra stuff? I probably still do. Wish you knew how many hours you had in FTL. Bet it's over 1,000, but GOG store didn't use to track played hours when it first came out. And you played a lot on iPad.
Balance deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Right. If I get all these pieces and then just throw the rest of this in the processor, I'll probably call that good.
Account credit applied.
So we got our milestone. Okay, this is, well,
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
you know, it's going to destroy a bunch of stuff, but you know what? I don't care. Just all go in the processor. I think we get more value out of it that way. Let's say, just process it. Process it, baby. Process me. So we'll destroy. There will be some red stuff, but we've already missed 100%ing this, so. Wait for that bar to move at the top.
Valuable object processed.
There we go.
Credits deposited.
Beautiful. And shift. There's an iPad version. It's basically exactly the same. Yeah. Is there no more a workday time limit in Hardspace Shipbreaker? I'm playing open mode solely because that was stressing me out having a 15-minute workday. 15 minutes was stressing me the hell out. So I changed it. Went back to open mode. All right, 3 million. We've got a repair kit apparently. So we need to see if we can repair our stuff
Hey
here.
there, Rook. So Weaver got busy and asked
Review
you to
my
review
salvage
your
records.
today.
Okay, I got that data
I
drive.
saw that you snagged an old data drive in that ship. Look, I know that the networks on Earth don't really give you the full picture about what's
Their
happening
uncensored
across the
info.
Don't want you all getting a read on
Corporate
what's
rail
actually going on
mail.
off Earth.
Don't tell Weavers, but I'm sending you some software to extract
They're
usable
uncensored
data.
info, and
Okay.
they'll give you the full view. Sometimes it's useless junk.
Alright, so the story
Someone
is
says fees or
we
a
hate
bad
this
photo
company
stuck
and
in
we're
front
gonna
of the mirror.
figure out what's
Other
going
times,
out.
it's a
Going on.
corporate
I wish I
rail
could stop her
or it's a
talking.
captain's personal log.
Wish I could
Anyway,
stop it.
Don't tell Weaver this, but I'm sending you some software to extract usable
Unverified
data.
application.
You'll see a new data recovery mode in your task.
Okay.
Working in
Recover.
Solar tends to mangle most of the data, but you should be able
Data
to
drives are
pull
worth
up
100
on
tokens when you decrypt them. Ooh, I need that.
It'll give you a better sense of the wider world.
Internal correspondence, first found on Northern Random
Have
Mark
fun with
IV,
it.
access. From Eduardo Matthew Ferris. Employee termination. Effective immediately, employee Mikey Murphy of Operations Division is no longer an employee of Links Corporation due to insubordination, corporate dissension, and misuse of company funds. The search for his replacement is already in motion. Carry on, EMF. Alright. Cool. Alright. Did I get tokens for that, or...? Which makes no sense considering you decrypt them with approved software. Why is Lynx rewarding you? Yeah. Alright, let's see. Durability. Okay. Lynx is not legally liable for providing the most efficient nor safest tools. Okay. Has equipment interface between ships. Repair kits must be purchased by the Shipbreaker. Nominal fee, of course. Contract clauses. Revising the Shipbreaker contract. Company owns all intellectual property. Agreed not to have any body modifications such as piercings. Free reign over when to terminate you to cook a new spare from the system. Okay. Yeah, this company sucks. Not a big surprise there. So how do I repair my stuff? 17 repair kits available. Okay, what level should I repair at? I definitely think 58 seems low, so I'm going to repair that. And I still need 13 more tokens, man. I'm so close to getting this tether upgrade. They're like a level that people say is the level to repair at. I mean, maybe around 50% or something. Seems like they don't go down that fast. They go to 100 automatically. Well, I mean, how low should I repair them at? Like, how low should I let them go before caring about this? Because I was thinking about 50% or lower before I start spending the repair things on them. What's this? Here in space, cutting edge links tech allows your suit to synthesize audio from nearby hazards. Oh, that's cool. I don't want to. I need tethers more than I need that though. How low can we go? 10 repair when it gets below 75% just because of the reduced tool efficiency. Oh, there's efficiency, huh? Okay. Then I'll go below 75% then. Cool, that's a helpful number. Thanks, Ren. All right, let's see. We got any big ships we can do? We got a javelin. We got 2 javelins. Okay. 5.6 million, 5.7 million. I think they're about the same hazard level. Actually, this hazard level's higher. Let's go the lower hazard level with only like 25,000 less. Yeah, we'll take a big ship. Laser overheats faster if it's below 75. The thrusters work worse below 75, etc. Okay. All right, let's go for the Caustic Europa. This is only the second time we've done a javelin class. So this one took a while. We might have to take a pause in the middle of this one for our break, but let's see. Early javelins aren't too big, but they get huge later on. Wow, the first one I did seemed huge, but I guess that's just because I haven't seen the really big ships here. Alrighty. Oh, it didn't even give me fuel. Okay, well, hopefully we'll find some on here. Alright, so I believe somebody said I could cut, like, very specific pieces and I could do this one here. So, V. This. Okay, so if I just, if I do just that and this, it looks like this whole piece will come off. And this is all, that's all barge. Okay. Let's get this piece off here first. Get the chance check to see if there's a milestone reward difference between javelins and mackerel. How do I do that? Would that be in the ship screen there? And I was, the pre-mission ship screen or whatever. I don't want to cut that there.
Hey, Cutter, you want to see something special? Take a look at that railgate.
Railgate. The railgate. Whoa! Okay, that was cool.
Wow. What a beauty. You know, no matter how many times I see that railgate fire, it never ceases to amaze me. Could be you one day.
Me? Doing what? Operating rail gates? Yeah, let's see if that's gonna work. It's gonna bump into that, but I think that's okay. Pause menu. There's a milestone reward difference between javelins and mackerels. Javelin refueling. I don't know how to see what you're talking about. I see these milestone rewards. Is that back at the previous screen that you're talking about or something? Alright. Well, that was pretty crazy. That thing was activated. That was cool. Right, so this piece is all...
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, cool. I think I can cut this. Doesn't look like there's an LT reward difference. I was on the right screen. Okay, okay. That's barge. That's processor. That's processor. This is all processor. Okay. I believe... Man, I'm almost out of fuel. Is this all process? Deal with the blinking lights real quick here.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000. Have a nice day.
Alright. How do I get this piece off of here? Cut this bottom piece off. Go. The LT goes up as you move up between levels. You don't think javelins are inherently worth more than mackerels, but a level 7 mackerel would be worth more than a level 6 javelin, most likely. Okay. So is there anything inside this? This is actually connected to the ship. So
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
this piece I need to move over a bit if I can to get over to the barge. I think I'm going to probably have to do that last after we disconnect the rest of the ship. Doesn't bump anything there. Okay, good. So we'll let that be its thing right now. Let's see what we got here. Use your X-ray thing to know. Okay. T. Yeah, there's lots of connectors I'm going to have to get in there, so I'm going to not worry about that yet. We'll get to that later.
Account credit applied.
What is this? That's glass. Oh man, there's like a little... Okay, this is cool. It's like a minor disconnector cargo thing or something. Okay, so that's all floating free now. There's stuff inside of here. Okay. Okay, let me push this a bit. And then hold it in place here. Okay. Poster.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Haven't broken anything yet. Because I said that, I will probably now break stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's see some pieces here. Happen to be any O2 in here, perchance? Looks like no. This is a really cool game. I gotta say, it's... At first I was like, God, this is pretty tedious, but the more I get into it, the more different ship types and stuff that you can break apart and explore. You're basically exploring a ship every time. It's pretty cool. When you break something, then it was because that piece deserved it. That's right, Flemmy. It's your fault, piece. This game is anti-Tetris in space. There you go. It's been enjoyable to watch me play. Nice. I'm glad you all, well, I'm glad some of you all have enjoyed it. There's probably some people like, this is a boring game. But it's cool to like explore these ships. That's I think my favorite part of this is just these different type of ships, seeing the pieces inside of it. It is basically Legos. This is basically the opposite of Legos. We're taking apart Lego ships and making money for it.
Account credit applied.
My older brother would love this. My older brother loves
Salvage secured.
Legos, so he'd probably get a kick out of something like this. Okay. Got to be very careful with this. Computers are made of tissue paper like antennas, I believe. Okay.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
It's a good change of pace versus being pummeled by missiles. A good mix between puzzle, admin, and FPS, yeah. Not as exciting to watch as FTL, but probably better for the player. Well, I'm sure nothing, at least as far as my viewership goes, nothing compares to FTL as far as excitement. But there's only so much salt and excitement I can take in a week. And three days a week is probably already past my limit, but... Alright, anything else on there? I think that looked clear. Guess we'll find out. This is furnace.
Valuable object processed.
Cool, I see nothing red. That's good. We have some glass in here. Is this all... Okay, the glass is furnace, so I think this is all furnace. If I hit T... think this is all furnace here. Each ship has 2+ variants, so there's a lot of ship replayability, especially since each ship takes a different approach. Sort of like the car mechanic simulator games in a way. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Deposit accepted.
When I get in this door, I probably need to split this. And there we go. I depressurized. I depressurized. There we go.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
I don't see anything turn red, but that's probably what all these yellow things were warning me about. Depressurization. So I did that wrong, I'm sure. Okay, processor, and something else I think went out here. Oh, did that ever get to the barge? That didn't get to the barge, did you? Okay. Alright, well. All those warning sounds.
Salvage secured.
Alright, so it's just this little room here. Can I depressurize this? Activate airlock.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
So I needed to somehow... Okay. Okay. Not sure what's happening right now. Do I need to hit that again so it stops doing that? Don't you get good at slingshotting yourself using the mouse to turn your character rather than the Q ethusers saves fuel? Okay. Oh, okay. I'm a little worried about messing with that now. Let's go from the back side here. I took the outer door out already. That's why I did that. So I should have not done that, basically. I should have gotten in there somehow, hit that button before opening the door, I think. What was that sound? So many scary sounds in this game. What did I do? I don't know what I did, but it was bad.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Caution. Tether supplies running low.
That was a nothing bad is happening sound, right? That was the you did exactly what you were supposed to. Beep, beep, beep. Good job. Sound.
Salvage secured. Account credit
Okay.
applied.
So we'll do a couple cuts in the back here, and then we'll go get our O2 fixed here. Why do I cut the gondola on two? Won't both pieces go into the barge? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I could just do one cut, and I wouldn't have to do both of those. Maybe. Oh, bumped myself. So that's barge. That's processor. How do I disconnect those? Oh, they are disconnected.
Oxygen reserves are critical. Please contact your plan administrator to
Okay.
have asphyxiation coverage.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I gotta be so, you know, dramatic about it. It's just dying in space. We're fine. We're fine.
Levels stabilizing. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Scanner will show you pressurization through walls. Okay, so I need to check that on the other side, or I need to use my scanner more often, is what it sounds like. Okay, there's a piece I've left over. The cap. Where did that cap go? Scanner. There. There it is. Oh. Oh. There, did that work? Okay, I think that worked. Okay. Alright, let's get to cutting. That's why they call me Cutter. All right, there's the there's that thing. B.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Okay. Be very careful about cutting around the... What is that thing? The reactor or something it's called? It's my body. I can deprive it of oxygen if I choose to, and they can take it out of my cold dead hand. That's right. Technically, Lynx Corp owns my body. What could be the problem with dying in space? Your blood boiling, eventually turning to human jerky. Sorry, I just heard the space part. Okay. What's up, Wemembola? Why is my whole system stuff lagging? What? Am I lagging on stream or what? Oh, you're talking about the... That's because of that reactor thing. Anytime you get close to one of these big power things, that happens. It's like, my stream lagging? God, I hope not. It's because of that big blue scary looking thing there. Okay, a lot of things are probably separating out from what we're doing here. Okay. Okay, so that piece breaks off. That's good. All right, let's start seeing if we could put some pieces where they need to go. This is a big old nanocarbon piece to process. There. Just cutters, retinas melting away slowly. Don't worry about it. Cutters, retinas. Yeah, okay. All right, so that is a big old chunky piece right there.
Object accepted for processing. Credits
Let's
deposited.
see here. Where'd the reactor go? Okay, it's right there. That's not a question you want to ask. Where did the reactor go? Everybody don't panic, but I need to find out where that reactor went. Bump into that. I'm trying to... I think we have a potential 100% on this thing, so I'm trying to be very careful to get everything exactly where it needs to go.
Salvage
So
deposit accepted.
this
Credits
all
transferred.
processor. That looks like it's all processor. Panel. I think that's good to go over into there. Whoa! Okay, it was all processor, but there were two pieces to it. Okay, that looks good.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Okay, alright. Alright, we want a clear path from that down to the barge, so I'd like this bottom panel to come off before I mess with that. If I can. I think I don't need to cut that piece off, because this is all processor, so is all that. I think that won't happen if I keep those connectors in place. See a light there. A Reaver just crashed. Space engineer, time to salvage it.
Account
Okay.
credit applied.
Okay. So what is this? Door console. Do I want to activate a door console now that I know that there's depressurization? I'm a little worried about just opening a door and
Warning.
have it depressurize on me.
Reserves are low.
Because that looks like that might be a pressurized room. Although I see stuff floating in it, so I don't know if that is a clue. If it's, I guess maybe I need to look at it with my scanner. With my scanner, and I'll be able to tell. Alright. Oxygen. How many tethers do I have? I have 8. I need to buy those. Okay. See a panel here we can send to the processor, I think. Looks like it. Oh god. There we go. This panel, all processor, looks good. Okay. This panel here.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
I feel like this panel maybe can move. Yes, okay. Okay. That looks good. Can this panel move? Yes, it can. Cool, that looks like all processor.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
Beautiful. Alright, looks like you are... Okay, we got a light there. Damn it! Oh, I broke it! I hit F instead of the right click. I have no idea where that went, but I'm sure it's now trash. God damn it.
Credits deposited. Salvage gained.
I don't know why right click and F are the two. I guess because one is what I used to use to push things into the processor and stuff, and now I right click to tether things, so those buttons have become a little interchangeable for me or something. But damn it. No, it's fine. You're not getting crushed. Don't worry about it. I have no idea where that light went. I don't see that it broke though, so if I can find it somewhere, maybe I can actually... Maybe I accidentally flung it to where it needs to go. Probably not. Yeah, that looks clear. Is there a light on here or anything? I think so. So many warning things. Okay, looks like we cleared this out. Here we go. Let me make sure there's no other things I need to disconnect. Looks like we're good. So, here we go. Beautiful. Nice, that was a big chunk. Stop torturing a guy, Rand. I'm so mean to my guy. Torturing him with threats of death by crushing. Okay, is this all processor? I think this is all processor.
Warning. Tethers depleted.
Alright. Okay. It's all connected there. That is one big piece. Is there any way I can actually do this without tethers? Oh! Oh, there's that light. I did break it.
Raw material processed.
I'm not even gonna try. Alright, let's go get tethers. O2 and tethers. I destroyed a nanocarbon panel. What? I don't know how I did that. Yeah, the 100% is gone because I hit F instead of right click on that light. Honestly, I probably need to try to get 100% on just the smallest.
Tethers restored.
Maybe we'll do a a tiny ship after we take our break from this one, just to try to 100% for the first time to see if there's like an achievement for that. Although I'm not quite sure how I just destroyed a nanocarbon panel. I don't quite know how that happened. It must have gone in there. My tether maybe didn't get it to where it needed to go.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
What is this? Structure. So structure stuff, I don't think it matters if that goes in the processor. I don't think I can get that off to avoid. Processing something I shouldn't. Well, that's a big piece. Oh god, it's gonna, you know, it's just gonna kind of bump into it. No biggie. No, not there. There. Oh man, that's a big ol' honka jonka. Cool. Alright, we got some pieces we gotta cut off here. Look at me managing the big boy ships. I'm trying. Shiro, how are you doing, my friend? Moving on up in this salvaging world. Moving on up.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
We have the depressurization stuff. I haven't like gotten really hurt by it yet, but I am still a little worried about how to deal with it correctly.
Valuable object.
Like, I don't know if I should be... Maybe I shouldn't disconnect this airlock? There's a door here. Oh, okay, this is all open now. Alright. Somehow we did depressurize it, I think. Maybe. Something. Okay, so that's processor, that's barred, so I do need to split this off. Only on the top and bottom, I think. Oh god, I'm bumping into that. Okay, there we go.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
Let's see, is there anything else inside of this? Just those handles, which I don't think I am going to even worry about. Is this all processor? I see a little switch. I see ya.
Credits transferred.
And I blast you. I swear, I lose more little pieces just from them bumping and destroying while trying to reel them in than anything else. I lose the 100% that way more than anything else.
Supplies running low.
Doing chill, currently working. What's up, Ramses? All lights matter, that's right. I haven't blown myself. Well, I've blown up a couple things. The correct answer is fully depressurizing the entire ship as one of the first steps as your salvaging checklist. Mostly because if you end up taking all the power from the zone before depressurizing, your only option is explosive decompression. Okay, well, I don't know how to do that yet. I don't know if there's a switch you have to find to depressurize or what. Like, is this like, I just opened that door. I don't know if there was supposed to, like, be a depressurization thing I should have done first. Or if I did that when I opened the door earlier that was connected to the airlock. I'm honestly not sure.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Alright, let's see if there's a way to open this up a little bit more. Are there any connectors in here I can open so this pops open? Don't see any connectors. Atmosphere regulator? Okay. I didn't get the tutorial explanation on how to do it? No, I didn't. Or if I did, I didn't see it. Okay, the glass is furnace. This entire thing is furnace, so... Maybe I need to see if there's a tutorial I missed. Is there any way? Sure, there's a way to disconnect. Airlock console. I don't know. It's probably something to do with these little pieces. I need to activate or something, but I honestly don't know. Do I have object view on my scanner? Is it the V? I unlocked this. Is this object view? I think I just got this recently. Looks like an AC unit. You think it's not covering the first couple tutorials. Later on your O2. Feel O2 being in a pressurized area. Oh, really? Okay. Is there any O2 in here? Looks like no. We did start to find O2 repair kits and fuel in the previous one. Previous salvage thing for the first time. Alright. Where my tethers at? 5. We might as well do tethers too. Spend the money. O2 and fuel bottle will show up in object view on your scanner, so will atmosphere regulators. Do I have that? Is that what this is? Is this object scanner? Is that what I'm seeing in here? I don't think I see those things. All right, how do I disconnect this part? Is there? Oh, maybe on this side. Here we go. So I need to split this off if I can. The cut points. Okay, these are the cut points, I think, for maybe those fuel pieces. Are there any cut points to get this thing off? I think I do want to split this entire piece off. This structure is separated from that one. Okay. Okay. A lot of cuts, but I think this is worth doing. So now I believe that should mean that this entire back section is separated off. So once I clear it out, I can throw it in the furnace, I think. That might not be needed, but I just wanted to do that. See the power cells, door consoles, etc. in that. Okay. Alright, computer. Don't break on me. Beautiful. Don't break and then chuck it down into the barge.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Honestly, this is furnace, so I probably don't need to bring this out, but I'm gonna do it. There. Oh god, that pushed me back. Okay. Let's see another light in there. Whoops. I think battery packs are semi worth something. Semi. Alright, all these bottles that are furnace, I'm going to leave in there because this entire thing's going in the furnace after I clear out the other pieces. Furnace. So this panel needs to come out of here. Can I get this out of here? Some question. Damn, these need to, can I back it out? Is there a hole in the back I can back this out of? I think I do need to cut this, actually. If I get the glass out, I bet I can pull this stuff out easier. Giggity, that's what she said. Oh, is this already out? Well, that was quick and easy. Okay. I was not expecting that to work so well. Nice.
Deposit accepted.
Very nice. Okay. Looking forward to seeing my reaction with my first Class 2 reactor. Take out the structural aluminum strips to break out large aluminum panels. Okay. Okay, table's furnace, that's barge.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Let's get all the barge stuff out of here first. Oh, that bottle's flying. Where'd you go, bottle? God, oh, there you are.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Did I get it? Really? Am I really chasing down bottles? I guess I am.
Oxygen reserves are low.
I don't know why I care, because I already know I can't 100% this, but I'm becoming more and more meticulous and what's the word? Completionist the more I play this, I guess. Alright, let's go get O2. Oh god! Ow!
Helmet damage detected.
Damn it. I love how it changes the music when you do that. Bonk.
Oxygen reserves are critical. Affordable oxygen supplies are available for purchase
Alright.
in the master
Ow! Ow! Fix it.
Thank you for your purchase.
Oxygen
Pull
level
up on
stabilized.
tethers, okay. You know, a little bonk, you know? When your little nephews, nieces, or kids do that, you just go, you know, it's just a bonk. You pretend like it's nothing, so they pretend like it doesn't actually hurt. Oxygen reserves are low. Concussion reserves are high, though. There's a strip around that whole window panel that you can hit with the stinger remote of your cutter to open up the end of that whole compartment that makes things easier for you. Is there? Okay. Oh, you're talking about this thing? This structure around it? Or is there something on the inside? Is that what you're talking about? I feel like I need to do it this way. To not completely cut the entire piece off, because when I did that before, it seemed like... Is that actually doing anything? It seemed like it said, don't do that. I'm like, cut too big a piece of aluminum off or something. I cut off the ends. Does this do anything? This probably doesn't. It's probably still connected to the end there. Does that even do anything? No. I probably do have to cut that so this whole panel comes off. Yeah, what I did was worthless. It's all aluminum. It's all furnace stuff. Let me just get the rest of the stuff that's non-furnace in here, and I'll... okay, this is all furnace, furnace, furnace. I think this is all furnace. I think I can just ship it to the furnace. If I cut off the back part correctly, which I think I did, I think I could just do this. Yeah, so that was kind of pointless what I just did there. Well, good to know that I could now get that whole panel off in the back if I got it right. Yeah, this piece right here is furnace.
Material deposited.
Alright, let's start cutting pieces off here, because I'm not exactly sure what all here needs to go. Needs to go where? Okay. So part of this is barge, furnace, and wow, there's...
Raw material processed.
Okay, this is barge. think that entire piece is barge. What am I seeing that's furnace? That's processor. Okay, so these little clamp thingies. A processor. Separate it off. Cool. I see this is all processor. Okay, I think I need to cut all these pieces. Cut it all. Cut that ship out, as we've said many times in FTL. Cut that ship out. Structural aluminum isn't worth much. You just integrate it to help with clearing out the interior. Just trying to provide help, free to use it or not. Nice thing about this game is that there really is a wrong way to break the ship apart. Where's the FTL? It's on your computer if you want to play it. I play FTL Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, if that's what you're asking why I'm not playing it. I played it for about 5.5 hours yesterday and got salty as hell. If you need some more of it, it'll be on YouTube later. I do not play FTL every day. I would go crazy and probably quit streaming. So, you just came from the YouTube. Okay.
Salvage secured.
Well, there will be a new YouTube FTL video tomorrow. And if you want to watch me play FTL on stream, that'll be tomorrow. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays when I play FTL on Twitch. Okay. Right now what we're doing, we're playing What If You Were the person in charge of scrapping things every time you kill a ship in FTL. In a game called Hardspace Shipbreaker. So that's what we're doing today.
Credits deposited.
What's up, Nietzsche? How are you doing, sir? Alright, so we got all those. Is there more clamps on the bottom? There are more clamps on the bottom. Leaky Flesh, I appreciate the follow, though. Welcome to the... Whoa. Whoa, I just cut a line right through that. Whoops. Yeah. I mean, totally planned on that, doing that. Totally planned on that.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I can only handle so much salt. And handle is maybe generous for what I do when I get salty.
Secured. Account
Because
credit
this big
applied.
frame is... That's furnace, that's titanium. Looks like I need to separate all this from this piece over here. So let's get auction, then we'll cut this ship out. I wonder if I should start breaking by doing this. Tethering by... Is that how you're supposed to really get around to save fuel? Yeah. You Spider-Man it.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Have oxygen.
You slingshot yourself forward, then you grab when you stop there. He was so relaxed when he came back from his week off on Monday. I was relaxed. And then yesterday, we got right back into the cell. As predicted, probably. I need another vacation. Man, you got back from vacation 3 days ago. Yeah, well, FTL caused me to need immediate vacations. That's what FTL does. Faster than vacation time. Ow. There. There. Well, that cut more than I was expecting it to. Okay. Alright, I believe this entire back section is now floating free. Now, okay, so I think the way we want to try to do this is we want to do this thing where we tether this to the back wall. And that will yoink that out. And this is all furnace, if I'm not mistaken. Cancel the tether. And then into the furnace. Beautiful. That's cool. Alright, then this is all processor, I believe. So that, I think, can now go over there. Faster than leisure time. There you go. Saving fuel ends up not being a huge need in this game. You're back for tethers no two way more often. You just don't find fuel is needed yet. Do it right, can zoom straight across the Master Jack terminal. Press the button, which stops you instantly. Okay. If you're a frugal player, often your character's on the brink of starting to suffocate, running out of fuel before you purchase yours. Okay. Alright. Random little tiny piece of furnace. Aluminum. Okay, so how do we get into here? This is an aluminum panel. Do I need to cut this off, or can I get inside here somehow? Aha, there's an airlock right here. Okay, how do I... So here's where depressurizing might be a thing. Can I see airlock? Is airlock that's green? Is that my clue? Is the green airlock my clue of how to depressurize this thing?
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
Okay. Oh, okay, I think we did it right. Okay, beautiful. So now I can go in here safely. Awesome. GG on that. Learning about depressurized things. Okay. Nice, we did it right. Cost of fuel of 2 and tethers are ridiculous, but your debt is so massive their cost is meaningless. Yeah. Alright, so now I can go in here and start cutting. Although, I've been going for about 2 hours, and there's still a bit to go on this guy, so I am going to take one quick stand-up stretch, use a restroom break before we finish this one. So really quickly, my friends, thanks for hanging out. If there's anybody new to the stream, hope you're enjoying some chill Hardspace Shipbreaker. When I come back, we will finish this ship up, and we might try to 100% a smaller ship after we do this, so quick snack break. Be right back, my friends.